All opinions are those of the participants making them and are not an endorsement of any position, program, religion, or political affiliation. TFG's Corner is for information, observations, and entertainment. I ask that you like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I'm glad we didn't have cell phones back then, because you know, your mother would have had us. We'd have had one cell phone between the five of us.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one that suggested I get a cell phone for my boys, and they had to share it, and that was the worst thing I've ever done.
I know. Trust me. I remember. I distinctly remember. She had that flip phone. I tried to get a upgrade, and you know how that didn't happen. But you know how that goes.
Remember the bag phones? The phones that came in the bag.
I had one. Yes, it did.
Yeah.
But you couldn't use it until after 9 o'clock.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely. And text was like 10 cents a text, so you didn't text nobody.
You didn't text nobody.
Beepers.
Oh yeah, I had a beeper.
Oh yeah. See, which I don't know, Big Al was a signal officer in the Army, so he knew about all this stuff before it even came out, because a lot of that stuff came through the military.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Them cell phones.
And believe it or not, I still have a wall-mounted dial landline.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
You got a frame around it. That's what it is. Yeah. You got a frame around it, right?
No, it actually works. And 99% of the people who come and visit me look at it and ask me what it is. But I still have
around it.
The bathroom right on the wall, by the toilet. Had it working for a little while.
Dab said he had a telephone mounted in his old house by the bathroom, right by the commode.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's your house must have been old, because that's sound like some 70s stuff with the panel wall.
Yeah, it wasn't on the panel wall, but the phone with the owner had built the house and he left it in there. It was still in there. And we had it hooked up. We had it hooked up for about a year. It was working too. Don't mess up.
We didn't have those.
So you got to start over again. Yeah, you dial on that rotary phone.
Yeah. It was a big round rotary phone.
Took forever to dial a number, going round and round.
Don't mess up.
Oh, I know.
Nah, you just kept going. You got a wrong number. You just got a wrong number. I'm not starting over. I'm fully committed to this. I am fully committed to dialing these 7 digits. That's one thing we don't do anymore. We don't dial 7 digits anymore.
No.
Oh, wow. That's one of those operator pick up. You know,
oh, wow.
The rich folk one, where they pick up and said, "Operator, Beechwood 56789, please."
Yeah. Hey, back in the day, back in Washington, our phone books had instead of the numbers, the first 3 digits was letters.
Yeah.
ES, the first 2 digits was ES7.
Yep. We had that in New York too. Yep. But it was mainly for like when our grandmothers lived in Harlem and up the hill, it was one was for Audubon, and that was my grandma Betty, and one was from Harlem, that was my grandma Frances. AU3.
AU3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember that number.
From my mom, yes, 377 9217.
And here's something that we lost, and I know we've been talking about music, and it's all related. Catch me where I'm going with this. How many phone numbers do you remember by heart now?
None.
I barely remember mine.
Exactly. I'm with you, Chocolate Pearl.
Both of mine, my old number. I still remember my old number from home. I remember all my cell phone numbers.
But
I used to remember Miss Helen's number by heart.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I don't remember it anymore.
786-1763.
Say it again.
I thought she was 786.
It was no, this was before it turned to 786. Was it 786? Yeah, 786-34 something.
Oh, okay. There's so many numbers.
We got my program now. We don't need to remember them.
That's why I said I was telling somebody. I said we will be in trouble because we don't remember people's telephone number. If we lost our phone and we needed to get somewhere, system went down. So we couldn't even get in contact with nobody because we don't remember the telephone number.
Well, I look into it as we're toddlers now, you know, and if somebody picked up the phone and said I'm looking for my what's your number? I don't know my number.
Right.
You know, kids be like, what's your mother's name? Mommy.
Yeah, oh my goodness, it's the truth too, boy. Doing that at school with the kids. Mommy, what? You got a name? What's her name?
It's just funny because a lot of things, and we're old enough to remember the beginning of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. The technology has evolved so much. We can remember now. Y'all remember when Jaws first came out?
Yeah.
And we talked about this. We talked about this in an earlier show. You look at those effects now, and you laughing because it basically looked like they just took stick figures.
You know what? You remember we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Max and I happened to look at a couple of older movies, and we was like, "Oh my gosh, look at you can see the flaws and the fakeness and stuff like that." Because but back then we thought it was real because that's what we knew. Today you can see the flaws.
You could watch Tubi and see flaws.
Yeah. That's where we seen the old movies at. It's off of Tubi. I love
Tubi is a spirit of soul playing.
Yeah. But I love me some Tubi though.
I do too.
It's like, you know, it's ghetto fabulous too. You just be like, I walk in and be like, you watching Tubi, ain't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they got Freebie.
Yeah, Freebie too.
Oh,
that one is worse than Tubi.
Movies are older. Movies really go back.
But the thing is, though, they got and this is, you know, we laugh, we joke about how awful it is, but you gotta look at it like this. These people are putting their lives into it, and they can't get you to the quality stuff because they going on what they got. Right. I look at it as part of the art. My only thing is when I'm looking at it like that, a lot of that stuff is like there really not too many premises that haven't been explored. Because you can look at one movie and say, "Oh, I remember this is almost the same plot as this movie."
Yeah.
And you know, and I mean, it is what it is. But
a lot of these movies are plots or repeats or remakes of something else. Now they're starting to remake a lot of those old movies anyway.
Yeah.
Because they realize how quality. I know this sounds crazy, but I was watching something and it had a commercial of Carmen Sandiego. It's a new version of Carmen Sandiego. And I was like, I remember growing up watching this stuff, or was it my kids watching it? Somebody was watching it.
Your kids, because we were out of school when Carmen Sandiego actually started.
Okay.
Before her was Where's Waldo?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But and other things that you know we saw the beginning of. We saw the beginning of microwaves.
Yes, we were just talking about that the other day as well, and how our Pam had one. That thing was huge. It was huge. Now they come down to tiny sizes, but they were huge back then. The microwave.
Oh yeah.
And you know, you look at microwave, you look at